Hi everyone, Dr. Loharan here, and today we're going to be talking about physical stress. Now, I saved this one for last because I thought this was the most obvious, right? If I were to be running down this road and I rolled my ankle, that would cause pain. Or if I were to run and run into this tree here, then I would also be in pain. And this is because when we hurt ourselves, we get this swelling that happens, and the swelling brings a lot of good cells to help heal our injured area. And so we typically get swelling, redness, and it also becomes hard for us to use that area. And that's because our bodies are intelligent and they want us to be immobile when we're in pain so that we don't further hurt ourselves.
Physical stress can also happen if you're standing in one place for a long period of time. For example, if you work in a job where you're standing at a cash register maybe, and then you favor standing on one leg versus the other, and you kind of stick your hip out. It can also happen if you're sitting at your desk and having this sort of posture with your head forward, concentrating on the screen, shoulders up when you're stressed. It also happens to your body when you're looking at your phone and we're scrolling through social media, reading the news, whatever it is we're doing that makes our screen time go up, right? Now you might be asking, but Dr. Loharan, I'm not physically getting hurt in these positions. In fact, I'm not even really moving that much. And that is where the problem is. Even though you're not moving, your body is still working to hold you in this position. So let's take this example here. If you're sitting at your desk in this posture or some variation of this posture for 9-10 hours a day, then you're not giving those muscles, those tendons, and those ligaments any break throughout that entire time. And this is where micro traumas occur, because the more you keep yourself in this posture, the more fatigued those muscles can get, and those ligaments as well. So you can imagine a rubber band. If you're always pulling on a rubber band really taut, then eventually it's going to lose its elasticity. And this is the same for your ligaments and your tendons. Micro traumas go through the same stress reactions as macro traumas. So a macro trauma example would be if I were to hit my elbow really hard on this desk, or it would be the examples of me outside earlier in this video, rolling an ankle or running into a tree. Micro traumas will have the same stress reactions as those. So you'll get inflammation, redness, the swelling, and immobilization as well. The only issue is they happen on a teeny tiny level, microscopic level, and that oftentimes can be undetectable to people until it becomes this massive problem where all of a sudden one day you wake up and you can't move your neck, or you have a hard time taking steps without crazy pain, things like that. So how can we minimize physical stress on our bodies? Well, tip number 1, don't run into a wall, or don't go running and roll your ankle. Just kidding. Those are pretty obvious. I think you guys can come up with tips like that for yourself for macro traumas. But I'm going to do a video later about micro traumas and ways to help prevent yourself from waking up with that stiff neck, or being unable to bend over, put your sock on, or something like that. I'll have a video for that later on. But the key thing to keep in mind is movement. Movement is life. So you might want to set a timer on your watch or something for every 15 minutes if you can, to just do some nice range of motion exercises throughout the day if you're constantly looking at your computer all day. Or you might want to take a walk around the building if you can every hour. Those are just some quick tips that I could think of right off the top of my head. Well, that's all I've got for you today on physical stress. This ends my 3-part intro series to the 3 types of stresses that can lead to physical pain. If you missed my videos from earlier, I will link them at the end of the video. And as always, if you do find my information helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my page, share my video with friends. Maybe you know somebody who might be causing themselves repetitive micro traumas and maybe they need some more information. And if you didn't like my video, give it a thumbs down. I've been getting my first thumbs down dislikes recently, and it's kind of exciting because that means there's people out there who are watching my videos who aren't my friends, hopefully. I'll see you next time on Wake Up.